right? Sorry for the inconvenience caused. It is unavoidable, right? We have done a summary. We have summarized the poem. We have just summarized the poem. We have discussed the summary of the poem. When you go through the poem, do you witness the destruction caused by the explosion? Do you witness the destruction caused by the explosion? No. Do you witness the destruction caused by the explosion? No. Because the bomb, it explodes. That's all. There, the poem comes to an end. With the line, the bomb, it explodes, the poem comes to an end. So the destruction caused by the explosion is not mentioned in the poem. Ferocity of terrorism. ත්‍රස්තවාදය කොච්චර මිහිසුරුද? Do you witness the ferocity of the terrorism? Yes, a little. How people are affected by terrorism. When you go through the poem, do you witness the destruction caused by the terrorism? No. Do you see the ferocity of terrorism? Yes, a little. Do you see how people are affected by terrorism? Again, a little. Okay, now when you analyze the poem, we don't see the destruction caused by the poem. We see only a little about how people are affected and the ferocity of terrorism. Then what the hell is this? What the hell is this? What does the writer try to convey through the poem? Doesn't the writer try to convey the destruction caused by the terrorism? No. Doesn't the writer try to convey the ferocity of terrorism and how people are affected? එහෙනම් එහෙනම් අහවල් කැගිනේඩියකටද මේ poem එක ලියුවේ? අන්න ප්‍රශ්නේ. The problem that we have is, why does the writer present this poem? ඇයි මේ poem එක present කරන්නේ? What is the purpose? Why does the writer present this poem? ඇයි? That is what we need to examine. What does the writer try to present through this poem? ඉස්සලා මේක ලියා ගමුකෝ. හොයන්න මොකද්ද මේ යකා කියන්න හදන්නේ කියලා. Okay. Look at the first stanza. The bomb in the bar will explode at, yeah, there it shows the ferocity, destructive nature of terrorism because the innocent people are going to be victimized. And at the same time, when you analyze the first stanza presents the destructive nature or ferocity of terrorism, right? And at the same time, it shows the fragility of life and unpredictability of life. Why? The people, those who go there just to have a cup of tea, cup of coffee, glass of milk, right? Sorry, a glass of milk, glass of orange juice, glass of lime juice will be victimized. That is the unpredictability of life. So in the first stanza, we witness other than the ferocity, yes, ferocity is there, ferocity of terrorism. Other than the ferocity of terrorism, we witnessed unpredictability. Fragility of life in the first stanza. These two things can be seen. The terrorist has already crossed the street. The distance keeps him out of danger. What a weave, just like the movies. What a weave, just like the movies. Right? The comparison to the movie shows again in the second stanza. We see the ferocity of terrorism. Right? What a weave, just like the movie. The people, those who go in will be victimized. The people, those who come out will survive. Again, unpredictability. And fragility. Third stanza, woman in a yellow jacket. She's going in, man in dark glasses, coming out. What is it? Third, unpredictability. And fragility of life. Life is very unforeseen. Fourth, the girl with the green ribbon. Same thing. The girl with the green ribbon. Fifth, same thing. Then, what is the writer's or the narrator's main concern? The narrator's main concern is not to talk about ferocity of terrorism, but to talk about unpredictability or the fragility of life. In the poem, the writer pays much attention on presenting the idea that life is very fragile, life is very unforeseen, life is very unfathomable, life is very unpredictable. So the narrator's intention of writing this poem is not to talk about ferocity of terrorism. The poem is written in order to find out, in order to present the idea that life is very unpredictable. Life is very unfathomable. Life is very unforeseen. And life is very fragile. Pananam, Tana Aga, Pini Bidu and Okatamai main idea. Megathliara. Okay, hurry up. Right. So what is the main concern of the narrator? The main concern of the narrator is to present the fragility of. Right. Turn to page 6 in your tube. What are your feelings about the following people? A woman in a yellow jacket. What do you feel about the woman in a yellow jacket? What do you feel about the woman in a yellow jacket? Feel sorry, feel disappointed, feel sad, feel empathetic. Why? She's going to be victimized. What is your feeling, or what are your feelings about the teenager? Same feelings. You have feeling of sadness, empathy, disappointment, excitement. Why? They are going to be victimized. The short one. What are your feelings? About the woman in a yellow jacket and teenagers, you have a feeling of excitement, sadness, feeling of empathy, feeling of disappointment. Why? Because they are going to be victimized. And then the short one. What are your feelings about the short one? Happy. Feeling of relief. Feeling of happiness. Feeling of relief. Why? The short one is lucky. He's getting on a scooter and he is leaving the scene of explosion. What about the tall one? What are your feelings? Again, feeling of empathy, sadness, disappointment. Why is that? The tall one is going to be victimized because he's going in. Next. There is a printing error here. Girl with a yellow ribbon. No, it is not yellow ribbon. It has to be a girl with a green ribbon. Girl with a green ribbon in her hair. Your feelings. We don't know what will happen to the girl. We have mixed feelings. And at the same time, feeling of confusion. We have mixed feelings or feeling of confusion. Why? Both the narrator and the reader are unaware whether the girl has gone in or not. Whether the girl has gone in or not. What are your feelings about the fat bald guy? Right? මේකට උත්තරේ ලියනකොට එක පුතෙක් කිව්වා feeling of anger. ඇයි? මේක බේරිලත් අතට පැන්න හින්දා කියලා. Yes. Feeling of anger also can be accepted. Feeling of surprise, feeling of disappointment, empathy, anger. Why? The fat bald guy had almost survived. But he gave up his life on something very cheap. What are your feelings towards the terrorist? Anger. Why? The terrorist is planning to kill a large number of innocent people. What are your feelings about the narrator? One student told me that the student had the feeling of anger because the narrator does nothing to help these innocent people, those who are going to be victimized. Accepted. Feeling of anger because he doesn't do anything to rescue or to protect or to save the lives of these innocent people. Right? Another student said, I have mixed feelings. Why? Because the narrator is helpless. He cannot do anything to stop this human disaster. We have mixed feelings because the narrator is helpless and he cannot do anything to stop this human disaster. Right. ඔන්න ඒ උත්තර ටික මම දුන්නා. බලමු මේ ටික පුතාලට ලියන්න පුළුවන්ද කියලා. 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. 5 minutes please. Within 5 minutes, kindly finish them. Right. බලමු. 33. What time does the girl come into the speaker's eyesight? What time does the girl come into the speaker's eyesight? What time? The girl, now, when you write, please write complete sentences. Don't write short answers. This is English literature. Right? The girl came into the speaker's eyesight at 13:17 and 40 seconds. Why could the speaker continue to observe the girl with a green ribbon? The speaker couldn't continue to observe the girl with the green ribbon the speaker could not observe the girl with the green ribbon as the bus obstructed his vision. As the moving bus or the bus obstructed his vision. What does the writer want to see when they carry them out? The writer wants to see whether the girl is there among the dead or injured, whether the girl is there among the dead or injured, in order to verify if he had entered the bar. If he had entered the bar. Who do the words them and they refer to in the above lines? The word them refer to the injured or the dead, injured and the dead. And the word they refer to army, police, hospital staff, rescue workers, and the ordinary people. Army, police, rescue workers, hospital staff, and the ordinary people. Those who come to help the injured and the dead or victims. Those who come to help the victims. Right. Why does the fat ball guy go in again? The fat ball guy who had almost survived, the fat ball guy who had almost survived goes back in order to collect his crummy gloves. In order to collect his crummy gloves. This incident can be taken as a proof. This incident can be taken as a proof to point out the fragility and unpredictability of life. The fragility and unpredictability of life. I think I gave you the note up to, we will see when they carry them out at the end of fourth stanza. Write down the note on fifth stanza. Write down. The narrator's continuation. The narrator's continuation of the narrator's continuation of presenting the digital type. Can be seen in the fifth stanza as well. Can be seen in the fifth stanza as well. At the beginning of this stanza, the narrator shows that there's only 1 minute left before the explosion. This illustrates the narrator's fear excitement, tension, and confusion. And the narrator conveys his fear and excitement into the reader as well. This stanza is woven around. This stanza is woven around a fat ball guy, who had almost survived the explosion. Who had almost survived the explosion. Who had almost survived the explosion, as he had left the bar, just 1 minute before the explosion. Full stop. However, for the readers, and the narrator's surprise, the fat ball guy goes back to collect his crummy gloves, just 10 seconds before the explosion. Within brackets, you can write down. One can argue that the narrator has thrown away his life on something very cheap. Within brackets, the narrator has thrown away his life on something very cheap. This is a very vital point. This is a very vital point. This is a very vital point. To show that the poem deals with fragility, and unpredictability of life. Fragility and unpredictability of life. He goes back in for his translators. That is the place where the fifth stanza comes to him. Throughout the poem, the narrator emphasizes this idea. And he shows that the life is very unforeseen. The life is very unforeseen. If you are worried about the spellings, the words are there on board. The life is very unforeseen. Full stop. Okay. Right? We have only a little to discuss. Next day, within 1 hour, we can finish it. Right? Stay connected with the WhatsApp account. Extra classes will be notified. This week, I'm going to have the extra classes. Classes will be notified 2 days before the class. Be ready. Okay. Thanks for joining the today's class. Sorry for the inconvenience caused. Stay safe. We'll meet next week. Bye.
Goodbye, sir.
Goodbye, sir.
Goodbye, sir.